Привет, друзья! Как дела? My name is Fedor. Week 4 of 50 words per week. And today we're gonna have some months, some question words, some country names, and some city names, etc. And then we're also gonna have just maybe like 15 different verbs that we're gonna learn today. So a lot to learn as always, but I want to take this time and say if you have been studying these words for 3 weeks for now, 50 words every single week, I hope that by now you are seeing the difference. You're seeing the outcome of your hard labor of these vocabulary words. And I hope that by now you understand Russian more, can express much more, and things like that. And if you have, put this sentence in the comments. Я усердно занимаюсь словарем. I diligently am doing the vocabulary, or I'm diligently taking care of vocabulary. It's a great sentence that you can say about yourself. And it's a good way for me to know who's actually been studying these 50 words every single week versus just watching this video and forgetting about it. Okay? Put this sentence right here in the comments so I can know, and you can be proud if you're putting this sentence right here in the comments. And now, let's move on to set number 4, week number 4. As always, this set is available on BeFluent. If you're a member already, you can add this set to your vocabulary right now and just go through some practical things, through some exercises to make sure that this information sticks in your memory for a long time. If you're not a member yet, the first link will take you to the free trial for 7 days. You can try our platform out and see if you like it or not. And now let's move on to the actual words for this week. First, again, like I said, months. Январь. Январь is January. Февраль is February. Февраль. Then we have Mart for March. Март. Then we have Апрель for April. Апрель. Май for May. Май. But this I here is pronounced as A. Май. In English, it's more like me sound, but in Russian it's Mai. Июнь for June. Июнь. The difficulty here comes with this U. Июнь. You have to make sure that you have this Y sound there. Июнь. And июль for July. Июль. And that sound Y, июль, is very important. It adds structure to that word because otherwise it's very like soft letters. Июль. All the rest, июль, is very soft, but adding this Y adds it a bit more of that hardness and that structure. Июль. Август for August. Август. This V is different from English. Август. Август. Сентябрь for September. Сентябрь. Октябрь for October. Октябрь. Ноябрь for November. Ноябрь. And Декабрь for December. Декабрь. It's very important that you know how to pronounce these words correctly because they're very similar to English. That can be a positive thing and a negative thing. It's a positive because you can immediately know which month it is if you simply see it in the text. But a negative part of it is that you have to get rid of your familiar sound of the English word and replace that with the Russian sound or with the Russian pronunciation of the same month, which can be tricky. It's hard to replace an already familiar thing to something similar versus having a completely new word for it. So for these months, it's important that you go through the pronunciation of them and just reading them one after another to get familiar with the new sounds for months. Now let's go on to some question words that we can use to ask some crucial questions. Number 1 is где. Где, where? Где. Even though it's a short word, it's not that easy to pronounce. Где. 2 very hard consonants. G, D, где. Next is как. How. Как. How did you do this? How did it look? Как. Какой is which one. Какой is when we describe a certain characteristic of something. So какой is asked when we asking like, which type of ice cream would you like, vanilla or chocolate? Какой? Which type of them? Which characteristic of them, in other words. Когда is when. Когда. And this word когда, it's a very important word for our pronunciation. For a lot of learners, it's common to simply pronounce this word когда as more like a timid когда, когда, with not as much of Когда, this kind of song almost coming out of your mouth when you say когда. But make sure when you have this word in a sentence, you give it some air. You give it some freedom to kind of fly off. Когда. Pronounce it with a bit more of that airy kind of feel to it. Когда. Two great R letters that give it a bit more volume. Когда. Then we have кто. Кто is who. As you can tell, когда is a bit more like that free word, but кто, it's hard to say кто, right? It's a bit more reserved as a pronunciation, кто. So for this one, it's not going to be the same thing, but кто means who. Куда is where to. Куда is when we have a direction of some sort. Where are you going to? Где, that we had before, is where location, but куда is where direction. Where are we directed? Откуда is going to be the same thing, but where from. Where are you coming from? So not like direction this way, but direction this way. Откуда? Then we have почему. Почему means why. Почему. Not почему is explaining our reasoning. Not the outcome of our action, not what for, but why are you doing this? What made you do it, but not like the outcome that you are going to receive from a certain action. Почему? Then we have сколько. Сколько means how much or how many. Сколько in Russian we don't have a difference between how many quantifiable or how much non-quantifiable, or vice versa. No, how much non-quantifiable, how many quantifiable. It's all going to be сколько. Сколько. And lastly for question words is что. Что means what? Что. If you didn't hear somebody, you can say что, and it's going to be enough for you to say what? What did you say? Like that. Что. Now let's move on to some names of countries or country-related things. First, of course, is Россия. Россия is Russia. Россия. And again, for the pronunciation, Россия. This iya adds a bit of more of that like length and song-like pronunciation. Россия. Don't just leave it at Россия. It's too reserved, too limited. Россия. Then we have Москва. Москва, the same thing. We have two us, Москва. Also add some air to it, add some volume to it. Moskva. Ruble is a ruble. It's the currency that we have in Russia. Ruble. And actually, it's one ruble as well. Peterburg is Petersburg. Peterburg. You will see this Peterburg a lot by itself. Of course, the full city name is Sankt Peterburg. But Sankt Peterburg is very hard to pronounce even for natives, so a lot of the times you will see Peterburg just by itself. Peterburg. США. USA. США. Make sure that you pronounce this as США. США. Not all together, it's an abbreviation. We cannot say США. Cannot say that. США. Almost as if it's spelled with 5 letters. США, like that. США. Germania, of course, is Germany. Germania. Again, as you can see, at the end it has this iya. Germania. A bit more of that flowiness to it. Europa is Europe. Europa. Europa. America, for of course America. America, if it's used by itself, typically refers to the US. America. Just like if we say America, nobody thinks of South America, North America. By itself, America is typically assumed to be the US. But of course, America as a word can also be a part of South America, North America. Then we have Francia. Francia is France. Francia. Китай is China. Китай. As you can see, it's a very different word compared to English. Китай. Then we have Ukraine. Ukraine means Ukraine. Ukraine. Again, Ukraine and Ukraine. That's a bit of a difference there too. Asia for Asia. Asia. Africa for Africa, of course. Africa. Belarusia for Belarus. Belarusia. But also another word almost is Belarus. Belarusia or Belarus are both words in Russian language that can be used to talk about Belarus. Now, I'm not from Belarus, and I'm not sure about all the rules where you're supposed to say Belarusia or just simply Belarus. I don't know the distinction really. And if you do, in fact, put it in the comments. I would love to be educated as well, because for my whole life, I would say both Belarusia and Belarus. Now let's move on to some verbs. Again, as always, verbs that convey so much meaning, we can never just get by without these words. First is сесть. Сесть means to sit down. Сесть. And сесть it signifies a change of states. You were standing or lying down, now you sat down. So it's an action of getting seated. Okay, сесть. Читать is to be reading. Читать. Great word. Брать means to take. Брать, when you're taking something. Брать. But in English, to take has many more meanings than this брать. Think of брать as more of a literal translation of to take something, and to take this microphone, to take this phone. Not to take a picture. That's more of figurative meaning, but to take, grab something. Брать. Начинать means to begin. Начинать. Просить means to ask a favor. Просить. Now, спрашивать is to ask a question. Two different things, they have the same exact stem, but different meaning. Спрашивать means to ask a question. Выходить is to exit. Выходить. Then we have называть. Называть means to call or to name something or somebody. It can be to name your newborn baby. It can be to name a business. It can be anything. Great question is, как это называется? How or what is this called? Как это называется? Great phrase for you guys to use as well. Отвечать means to reply. Отвечать. To answer or to reply. Уходить means to go away or to leave. Уходить, this prefix у adds a meaning of to leave for a certain time, mostly within the context of a sentence, to leave and not plan to return. Now, if уходить is used like, oh, he left the office, of course he's going to come back tomorrow. But within this context of our conversation, he left. Okay? Уходить is used for that. Рассказывать means to tell a story. Рассказывать. Спать would be to sleep. Спать. And finally, играть is to play. Играть. And that's all the 50 words for this week. Again, learn them with Be Fluent with this button right here, or with the first link in the description, actually. It's up to you. And we also have a lot of great resources, courses for all of you guys beginners to take your Russian to the next level and speak it to your family and friends and just enjoy it so much better. Or keep on watching our YouTube videos with this next one. It's up to you.